Hi everyone! Do you like my new ears? I just got them! Today I wanted to share pros, cons of the Dolphin Resort at Walt Disney World, of course. We stayed there February 4th through 8th, so 4 nights, 5 days. I have stayed there once before, and that was with my husband a very, very long time ago. I don't even remember how long ago it was. Like, it was when I think these hotels were like $120 a night. It was so cheap, but it was like the only thing available at the time because we're just huge yacht club fans. We love that resort. So we did stay there once, and we just felt like it wasn't in the Disney bubble. So yeah, let's go over the pros and cons, and then you can decide if it's the right resort for you. And at the end, I'll kind of tell you, like, which I haven't really given much thought, like if I would stay there again and what situation would I stay there again. So I asked you guys on my Instagram account, Disney Mom Laura, if you had any questions for this video about the Dolphin. So I thought I'd start with this. Have you stayed in a different Disney hotel? I've probably been to Disney probably over 40 times. That's hard to count. But yes, I've stayed in many hotels. My 3 favorite are Yacht, Polynesian, and Animal Kingdom Lodge. I walk in and I'm just happy. I love them. So deluxe, I've stayed at, like I said, Dolphin, which I guess I don't know what it is. I would call it a moderate plus, between a moderate and a deluxe. So Dolphin, Yacht, Beach, Boardwalk, Polynesian, Grand Floridian. I think that's all the deluxe. I have stayed at the Port Orleans Riverside, the Coronado and the moderate, and then I've stayed at all of the values. Pop is my favorite. Wait, no, I take that back. I don't think I've stayed at Art Animation. I don't think I've stayed there. I've stayed at Pop, and then all of the All-Stars a lot in the 90s with my mom and my sisters. I've stayed at Old Key West Resort once. My sister got a DVC through her husband's family. Okay, so that was by Soph. I think it's Sophia. The next one, Inspired by Ezra. Is it considered on site? Early morning park hours available. It is on site. It is right there in between the 2 parks. It is not a Disney resort, but you do have Disney amenities, which I'll go through what's available and the pros and cons. Early morning and evening hours are also available. So that is a pro, but for us, we actually did not use them because I have a 3-year-old, so we're not staying up late and getting up early. She doesn't nap, so she needs like 10 to 12 hours of sleep. Let's start with the negatives of the resort, and then I'll end with the positive on a positive note. There are only 2 double beds, and the rooms are on the small side. The 2 double beds worked for this trip because and they have king beds available, which is probably what I would get if I was going with my husband. But this worked for us because we went with my sister-in-law, and actually Landon ended up going to her bed every night and sleeping with her. So 2 double beds is fine for 2 adults and a 3-year-old. The room is very small. It wasn't terrible. I found the bathroom really, really cramped and small. I did not like that too much. The door couldn't even open all the way. They had like a bumper to stop it because the tub was like right there. So very small tub, but like the getting ready area was actually decent size, and it worked for us because they had 2 separate spaces to get ready. One of my biggest complaints, and the thing I didn't like about it the first time I stayed at the Dolphin, was you are not in the Disney bubble. So you're on Disney property, but you don't, I don't think, have that Disney magic. When you are on other Disney resorts, the cleaning crew are always like sprinkling magic. They're so kind, so nice. They say good morning, how was your day? The cleaning lady I ran into made no eye contact, was on her phone, and looked grumpy. Just had like a bad vibe about her. In the yacht, you have a greeter. At the beach, you have a greeter when you come in. You don't have anything like that at the Dolphin. The other thing is that you'll see a lot of people not in the Disney spirit. Like a lot of guys walking around with their golf bags and Not many people, you know, decked out for a day at the park. So it's a different sort of clientele. There are a lot of conferences there. You just didn't see a lot of kids and park going people. The majority was traveling for business or golf or just there, not primarily for Disney. And I feel like I said before, I love walking into the Yacht Club, the Animal Kingdom Lodge, and the Polynesian. And a big reason why I love that is because of Disney theming and Disney Imagineering. So that is something that I really miss at the Dolphin Resort. The other thing, the magic band, you can't use your magic bands on the door to get in. You have to use a key card. From the Dolphin, you can walk to Hollywood Studios and Epcot, but you have to take the bus, which they provide free of charge, to Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. We didn't go to Animal Kingdom, but with Animal Kingdom, from what I know, they do drop you off where the rest of the buses do. With Magic Kingdom, you are not dropped off at the front of the park. You are actually dropped off at TTC, Ticket and Transportation Center. So from that point, you either take the ferry across or you catch the monorail to go around. And the same is true on the way home, which is not great when you're tired and all the crowds are letting out. So we actually, on the way home, if you watch our Magic Kingdom vlog, we caught a bus to Yacht Club and just walked back because it's like a really quick walk from Yacht Club to Dolphin. On the way there, it's not so bad. The coffee at I think it's called Fuel, in their coffee shop, was terrible. We went 2 mornings and to me it tasted like warm milk. Alexis got iced, just regular coffee. She hated it. I think they were like $7 a piece. So absurd. So I got an iced latte. It was gross. And then I got a cappuccino and it tasted like warm milk. She said she put 3 shots of espresso in it. I don't know. Coffee is a big deal to me. I'm kind of a coffee snob. I love Joffrey's. That's my favorite. Long story short, going to the TTC isn't that bad because there's a Joffrey's right there. I've been to the TTC twice in the past year, but probably ever. I don't know if I ever used the TTC before. And there's a Joffrey's right there, and both times it's been empty. So I get my daughter a donut and I get a coffee. The first time when I went with my sister last year, we took the ferry. Alexis had never been on the monorail, so we took the monorail. So that, even though it was a negative, it was kind of fun to do that trip. Even though you can walk to Epcot, it's kind of a long walk, especially compared to Beach Club. It's probably double the walk. 2 small things that were negatives for me: they did not have Disney Junior. They only had Disney Channel, which plays a lot of older content. When we are at Disney, we always put on Disney Junior for our now 3-year-old in the morning while I get ready, when we get everything ready. Oh, and they don't have Stacy. You miss Stacy and whatever those channels are. We always put Stacy on as soon as we get there. So no top 10 must-do Disney list at the Dolphin. I pulled some numbers for 2 nights in August so you can compare apples to apples, and just for pricing. So the price is gonna be probably somewhere around a moderate price. However, you really need to look at all the fees because there is let me check what it's called, a resort fee. A resort fee of $35 a night. And then also taxes, which actually seem a little bit higher than Disney taxes. I don't know why. To compare these 2 nights, it was $556 plus $70 for a resort fee plus $78, a total of $705 for 2 nights at the Dolphin. So I also took a look at a moderate and also a deluxe. So the Coronado is $571 to $50 with taxes for those same exact 2 nights, and the yacht is $1,044. So $571, $704, and $1,044. So that's how that compares. So yeah, I think a moderate plus is a correct way to sort of rank where this is as far as pricing and amenities. Okay, let's talk about positives about staying at the Dolphin Resort. The location, that's got to be a huge positive, especially if you're a fan of Epcot or Hollywood Studios, or you have park hoppers and you want to end your night at Epcot and see the fireworks and get nice dinners, because there's so many places to get dinner at Epcot, have drinks. That is such a huge positive. It is right in between Hollywood Studios and Epcot. It is a super short walk over to the boardwalk, which is so much fun. It has restaurants, it has a bar, it has the dueling piano bar, which is one of my favorite things to do before we had our kid. Now you can't go. It has outdoor entertainment on the boardwalk. They have a little margarita stand. There's a place to go get ice cream. Be able to walk to all those places is great. The other thing they have are boat transportation. You can pick up a boat, and the great thing about the boat, just like the monorail, if you have a stroller, you don't have to break the stroller down to get on the boat. You just wheel it on. One of the things, especially when I'm traveling by myself without my husband, is breaking down the stroller to get on buses. So whenever you can walk, take a boat, take a monorail, take the ferry, you don't have to break down your stroller. It just makes it so much easier and smoother. So those are big positives for staying at the Dolphin. Something I was surprised about, and you know, could have just been our experience, I have no idea, but the bus availability and timing was so much better at any of the deluxe resorts that we've stayed at in the past 2 years. I mean, every time we walked up to the bus stop, the bus was there. So when do we use the bus? So we didn't use the bus for Epcot. So we used the bus to go to Disney Springs and back, like within a couple minutes. When we went to Magic Kingdom, it was pulling up as we walked up. We didn't use the bus system home from Magic Kingdom. So I guess we used it 3 times. And the other thing they have is a TV with the sound on right there for kids at the bus station, which when you have a bored kid, that is so nice. So good job, Dolphin, on that. When we first arrived, our travel day, it was 80 in the mid 80s and gorgeous. And we had come from snow from Pennsylvania. So we had a pool day, and the pool was surprisingly so nice. Has a beautiful grotto. It's very big. It was a little cold, but it had been freezing right before and right after, so maybe they just couldn't get the temperature up. It had a really nice slide that my daughter made me go down first, and then she wussed out, which I knew she would. It has a 0 entry kids pool area, and it's shaded, so you don't have to worry about them getting all crisped up in the Florida sun. It has a QR code on the back of your lounge chair, and you can order from there, and they bring the food and drinks to your chair, which we utilized. And the pool, we didn't use the pool bar, but that whole pool bar area was gorgeous. They had playgrounds, they had Swan boats. Yeah, just kind of the recreation was really nice, and I was surprised how nice it is. The Dolphin, we didn't even go into the Swan, but the Dolphin had a ton of dining options. We had a drink in the bar one night in the lobby, and the lobby is beautiful, really nice, kind of huge, which is something you don't get often unless you're in like the Grand Floridian or maybe Animal Kingdom Lodge and Contemporary, I guess. Wilderness Lodge, but this is a very grand lobby, very pretty with Dolphin water feature. And we ate at Blue Zoo. I'm a vegetarian, so we did not eat at like Shula Steakhouse or anything, but I've heard great things about it. But Shula was right there, and then Blue Zoo was delicious, amazing bread service, amazing drinks, and wonderful dining experience there. And then you also have dining at, of course, Epcot, but also Yacht Beach and Boardwalk. So the dining options, and just really high end if you want to go that way, and a lot of quick service too, a lot of dining options. They had like a cute little soda fountain down there we didn't go to, with like ice cream in the lower level of the Dolphin. Another feature that they had that we did not utilize, but I saw it, was Camp Dolphin, and I'm not sure if it's open right now, so double check before you book Dolphin if it's something you're interested in. But it's something that we could utilize, my husband and I, in the future. I don't know if we can use it even if we're staying at Yacht. I'd have to check. But it is Camp Dolphin for ages 5 to 12, and it's from 4 p.m. to 11. You know what, I'll put the price on the screen because I didn't write that down. But I thought that was a really nice option, kind of like a cruise ship option. So if you want to go out to a fancy dinner like Shula's or Blue Zoo, or go out like to Epcot for the night, I thought that was such a nice feature to have, because when you're at Disney, you don't get a lot of adult time to yourself. That would be a really nice thing to have. And I think my husband and I would really consider doing that when she is 5. They have palm trees between the 2 resorts, Swan and Dolphin. It's actually where you pick up the boats. And sorry, that's my cat. And they had a light show. It was a nice little extra sort of magical moment at night, and the palm trees sort of lit up and danced to Disney music. And at night, we just came across it a couple times, and it was a lot of fun just on our walk home to have that magic happen. Another thing that surprised me, but unfortunately I didn't utilize, is that they do have that 30-minute morning magic hour and then the extended evening, which I think is 9 to 11. Is that what it is? Yeah. Unfortunately, I mean, we could have utilized that. We had 2 park days, Magic Kingdom and Epcot. We never did. We kind of wore my daughter out. She's not on naps right now, so she slept in, and then we went to bed usually late, around 9 or 10. Like once we got home, got settled, actually got to sleep. So for a 3-year-old, I don't think those are a big benefits to have to staying on a deluxe. But when she's older, or if you're going without kids, I think that is a huge benefit, because parks are crazy right now. Lines are long, and to really get on the rides you want, you have to unfortunately pay extra for it. So to have those times available to the Dolphin and the Swan, that is a big perk if you're going to use it. Some positives about the room itself: it had blackout curtains, which was really nice. It has a very, very comfortable bed. They gave us 6 bottles of water, and we would ask them to bring up 6 bottles every day, and I'm pretty sure it was included in that resort fee. So that was really nice to have. And the room, you know, I didn't say this in the con. I think it would be a con. I think the room itself was very bland and plain. It was clean, but it was just kind of like nothing special. Mixed reviews about the Dolphin. I could see, that's by Magical by Sarah. I could see why you would hear mixed reviews about the Dolphins, which is why I wanted to give you a pros and a con, because, you know, it depends on the vacation that you're wanting to have, and if you're traveling with kids, or what park you're gonna go to the most. That's going to be a big factor in choosing the Swan and the Dolphin. So I answered all the questions. Those are the pros and cons. So now here we are. Would I stay there again? Yes, I would stay there again. Under what circumstances would I stay there again? I think this is not comparable to a Disney Deluxe. I think I would stay there again if I didn't have the budget for a Disney Deluxe. I had a budget for a moderate, and I really wanted to be within walking distance to Hollywood Studios and Epcot. I mean, the pool's nice, but all the Disney pools are nice too. Sorry, I haven't thought this out. So I think if you're at what? A couple $150 more, something, to go from the Coronado to here. I love the Coronado. I mean, the Coronado has the Disney magic. So the problem with the Coronado is there's no transportation other than bus systems. And with the stroller, that is a huge negative. So I feel like if the only thing available within my budget is Coronado or Swan for a little bit more, I might go with the Swan. So I think that's when I would consider going. If my budget is in a moderate range, but I want to pay a little extra, but I want to maybe not get the Disney magic, but be close to more things, then that's when I would consider it. My husband doesn't get a lot of time off work, so when I go with my husband, we definitely like to stay at the Disney Deluxe resorts. If I go down with my sister or my sister-in-law, this is probably when I would consider the Dolphin. If I go down for a solo trip with just my daughter, I probably will just stay at Pop, because that's fine for us. So yeah, I think I think I would stay there again, and it would be with a trip, with like a girls trip, because double beds work for that, and then you can stumble home from Epcot after some beverages. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope the pros and cons list help you decide if this is the right resort for you. And let me know in the comments, are you staying there? Have you stayed there? Did I miss anything? Is there any other advice you would give other people who are looking to stay there? Put it in the comments so they can see it. And if I have time, I'm gonna try to do a haul and maybe even like a review about my dining at Disney, because when you're at Disney, it's just so much going on. I really didn't have a lot of time to talk about and review those things. So I think I might do that as well. So I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.